Good morning, Lakeside Youth. This is Brother Tim coming to you, and I want to talk about one of my most favorite people of the Bible. And I want to read a verse to you, and I want to see if you know who I'm talking about. But as for you, you thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring it to pass as it is this day, to save much people alive. So do you know who that is? That is Joseph. And this comes from Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. And this is Joseph talking to his brothers and talking about the day that his brothers sold him as a slave to the Ishmaelites. And he was saying that although they meant it for evil because they were jealous of Joseph, God meant it for good. God had a plan for Joseph's life, and that plan was eventually to save his family out of the 7-year famine that would have just devastated their family. Things like this may also apply to our lives when we go through challenges that we really don't understand, but God always has a plan for our lives. Sometimes these challenges are for a purpose, and this purpose may be to strengthen our faith. It may be also to draw us closer to God, or there may be a challenge that we face because God wants us to go a different way than what we're doing now. As I look back through Joseph's life, his life is covered through Genesis chapter 37 through 50. And there's several things that I like about Joseph. One thing you can see is that Joseph is special. If you look at chapter 37 verse 3, when his dad, it talks about Israel, his father, or Jacob. It said, verse 3, it says, "Now Israel loved Joseph more than all of his children, because he was the one son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors." So Joseph had 11 other brothers. There was 12 of them, and his father loved him more than all his other sons. In Genesis 41, verse 38, that Pharaoh could see that Joseph was special. It says, "And Pharaoh said unto his servants, Can we find such a one as this is, a man in whom the Spirit of God is?" So Pharaoh could also see how special Joseph was. The other thing I like about Joseph is he always trusted God. Joseph had some hard times. He was sold as a slave, as we said before, and he also was falsely accused and thrown into prison at one time. But you can see that Joseph always trusted God, and he was always faithful to God, and he always kept God close to him. Although we may never reach the heights of Joseph as a second in command in Egypt, God still considers us special to him. God has a plan for us, even though we may not always understand God's plan and the challenges that we face. God always has a plan for our lives. But if we continue to trust God, stay close to him, God's plans are going to be much greater than what we can do on our own. We love you guys. Can't wait to get back together and get back to normal. We'll see you Sunday, and have a great weekend.